If this deal finally works out, it's excellent news. If Iran had got a nuclear weapon, there's no doubt at all that Saudi Arabia would have got a nuclear weapon too. In fact, there are some experts who believe that Saudi Arabia already has a de facto nuclear weapon, which would be underwritten or provided by Pakistan. And that would have sparked off a nuclear weapons race, quite likely with it a conventional military weapons race, in a region of the world in which millions of Indians depend on a livelihood, on which we are dependent for the vast bulk of our energy supplies. No one knows, of course, whether this deal is finally going to go through or not, but India should be hoping it will, because it brings stability to a region on which we are critically dependent. What's called the P5+1, the 5 permanent members of the United Nations Security Council in Germany, had imposed a wide range of sanctions on Iran to try and bring them to heel on this nuclear question. There were sanctions on Iran even before this on issues, unilateral US sanctions on issues to do with terrorism. Now these sanctions meant that India couldn't push forward on a lot of projects it's wanted to do that on. Among them was a gas pipeline that will link Central Asian and Iranian gas to India eventually to feed a growing demand for gas. But also ports, highways and railroad systems India wants to build through Iran that will connect us to the Central Asian economy, to Afghanistan and Central Asia. Central Asia, of course, being one of the sort of potential boom centers in the world because of its own natural gas resources. Now, India's been kind of dragging its feet on this. It's had to scale back on buying energy from Iran as well. And once these sanctions start going, there's certainly hope that this will be very, very good news for India's economy and Indian business. There's one big issue here that makes this, the progress of this deal as it unfolds vital for India. In the last year or so, we've been getting oil at extraordinarily cheap rates. And this has helped the Indian economy recover to some extent from the battering it's got over the last few years. But as we know, there's a lot of instability in the global financial system right now. The US is going to be doing things with its interest rates that might really hit the Indian economy. And the last thing India needs is oil prices surging up again from their low levels. This deal fortunately reduces the chance of a Saudi Arabia-Iran conflict or a United States-Iran conflict, and makes it likely that there will be a high degree of stability in the region, which should make oil prices stable. That's something we need very, very badly.